Namaste and thank you for watching this edition of The Right Stand. And this evening, ladies and gentlemen, it's one straight debate is the issue of illegals. Illegals who are now not just illegally entering our country, but they are using the equations between India and Nepal to their personal benefit. And this poses a huge internal security problem. CNN News 18 decided to go on ground and investigate how deep the rot runs when the issue emerged from Simanchal and Bihar, when the issue of school holidays being shifted to Friday from Sunday because of the existence or a claim that the local population's demographics has changed. Quite startling and surprising that this is a practice that had been going on for a few years like an unwritten law, despite no official notification from the state government of Bihar itself. What was found on ground as Anvit Srivastava went down to investigate is shocking, ladies and gentlemen. No man's land, that means that parcel of land where there should be no man, and this entire 729-kilometer stretch, it's a linear stretch between Bihar and Nepal, 2 kilometers on either side, finds itself totally inhabited and crowded. These visuals that you're seeing on the screen are from this no man's land in Bihar, at the Bihar-Nepal border, India-Nepal border in Bihar. But the larger question is, who has allowed them to occupy this place? And who are these people? You will be shocked to know that they are not Nepali citizens, they are not Indian citizens. They are largely people who are neither Indian nor Nepali. They hail from the Rakhine state as Rohingyas, or they are Bangladeshis. How did they get here? How did they occupy this space and encroach? How are they illegally able to enter our country and then legalize themselves? That's the in-depth investigation. At a time where we are grappling as a nation with 4 crore illegals on our soil, can we allow our borders to become a place where these illegals are breeding and attempting to change the demographics of that particular state in that particular area, this time namely the Simanchal region? This is the entire in-depth, deep dive investigation to the challenges we face as a nation with what is happening on ground in Bihar.
The Indo-Nepal border, thickly populated colonies which on paper are demarcated no man's land. The first signs of a growing population. The signs would not have been so ominous if census figures for the state of Bihar and on-ground evidence about rise in Muslim population were not so contradictory. Agencies are worried these are signs of not just illegal immigration, but also a contribution to rising radicalism in Bihar. The 7 districts, Madhepura, Katiyar, Saharsa, Kishanganj, Araria, Supol and Purnia in Bihar form Simanchal that runs parallel to the Indo-Nepal border. The belt has recently witnessed a dramatic demographic shift that not only reflects the decades of ongoing vote bank politics, but has also widened the scope for illegal activities along India's international border, if not acts of terror alone.
Araria, Madhepur, Saharsa, Katiyar, Kishanganj, Supol and Purnia. These 7 districts in northeastern part of Bihar form a sub-region popularly known as Simanchal. As you can see the board behind me, we are headed towards Simanchal. Why? Because recently this region has witnessed a dramatic demographic shift. But why is it our concern? Because security agencies believe that most of the people who are living here are not even Indians. Majority of them are either Bangladeshis, Rohingyas, Nepalese, or have come in from elsewhere, sneaked into Indian borders, have got their fake documents made and are living there. Time to time, agencies say that they also indulge in criminal activities, which eventually cause a threat to the national security as well. But who are these people? Who are the people who are giving them shelters? Who are those who are providing them logistical support? We are here to find all the answers to these questions. We are here to find the ground reality.
मैं मानता हूं कि पाकिस्तान की तुलना में, पाकिस्तान से तो आतंकवादी आते हैं, लेकिन ये डेमोग्राफिक चेंज करने के लिए ये हमारे लिए दुश्मन नंबर 1 है बांग्लादेश। बांग्लादेश से लोग आते हैं, वो आके और यहाँ हमारी पूरी डेमोग्राफी को चेंज कर रहे हैं।
Indian government census data shows that since 1961 to 2011, total population growth recorded by Bihar was 198.71%. The data also shows that in these 5 decades, the growth of the Hindu population was 185.9% and the growth of the Muslim population was 273.81%. The concern here is that experts and security agencies suspect that a majority of these people are not Indian Muslims but Bangladeshis and likely Rohingyas too. Security agencies say these illegal immigrants are able to get fake documents which integrate them with existing families, making it difficult to pinpoint and crack down.
One of the major reasons for the dramatic demographic shift in the Simanchal area is that it runs parallel to the Indo-Nepal border. I'm right now standing on a road that lies in India, but on my left is the no man's land, which you can see is quite heavily inhabited, and across which lies Nepal. After talking to officials in several agencies, be it the IB or paramilitary forces deployed in the area, local police or officers from the anti-human trafficking units or anti-terror units, we have managed to crack the basic modus operandi. Groups of Bangladeshi men, often accompanied by Rohingyas, board a vehicle from Indo-Bangladesh border, mostly near Siliguri, which drops them off at the Indo-Nepal border. The game actually begins there. These men then take a U-turn and enter India via porous borders of Nepal and India in Bihar, mostly in Araria, Kishanganj, Supol and Raxaul. Once here, they settle in settlements like you can see behind me, temporary settlements which with time take shape of pakka houses. If intelligence agencies and police are to be believed, these colonies and these settlements also often become breeding grounds and training camps for the radical groups like PFI and other groups which hunt on these people due to their poor economic conditions and given vulnerability.
जिसके पास ज़्यादा सामान है उसको हम चेक करते हैं और वैसे भी जब ज़्यादा भीड़ होती है तो इनको डीपली हम चेक नहीं कर सकते, पर जिस पर डाउट होता हम उसको रोक करके चेक करते हैं।
जो आदमी खाली हाथ आ रहा है, औरत जो खाली हाथ आ रहे हैं, वो नेपाल से इंडिया आ भी सकते हैं और इंडिया से नेपाल जा भी सकते हैं खाली हाथ।
हाँ, ये हमारी ट्रीटी है, इंडिया नेपाल की ट्रीटी है और इसके अंतर्गत हम इनको आने जाने देते हैं।
इंडिया और नेपाल की जो इंडियन पॉलिसी है वो रोटी बेटी का रिश्ता है, इसका ये लोग नाजायज़ फ़ायदा उठाते हैं। बहुत सारी ओपन यहाँ पे बॉर्डर है जहाँ पे बस आप एक चहलकदमी करके आप इस पार से उस पार हो जाते हैं और ना ही उस तरह से वहाँ पे एजेंसी हो या एसएसबी के जवान हो या नेपाल पुलिस से की ज़्यादा पूछताछ आपसे करती है कि आप कौन हो, कहाँ से आए हो। ऐसा है नहीं, इसीलिए ये लोग कुछ ज़्यादा ही संख्या में बॉर्डर टप के बिहार आ जाते हैं।
But how did these settlements, which house thousands, go unnoticed for decades? Political experts, researchers, academicians and local social activists say it has been possible only because of the political patronage that these groups enjoy as a probable vote bank.
जैसे लालू प्रसाद जी आते हैं 91 से 2001 में ये 35.48 हो रहा है, 35.48 ये मुस्लिम पॉपुलेशन अचानक वृद्धि हो गई। और उसके बाद 2001 से जिसमें नीतीश जी भी है शामिल, उसमें भले राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर 24% का ग्रोथ हुआ है मुस्लिम, लेकिन बिहार में ये 27.95 यानी 28% ग्रोथ है।
I'm right now in Nepal and as I walk forward, I've now entered India. Across 1700 kilometers of Indo-Nepal border that spans across Bihar, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand, there are 26 authorized trade routes through which Indians and Nepalese can walk freely in and out in the two countries. But if we talk about the third country nationals, they have to report at the integrated checkposts. Out of 7 sanctioned integrated checkposts, 2 of them are active in Bihar itself. The role of these checkposts are that whenever a third country national enters India, he is examined by the officials of the immigration, customs and other departments including the IB. But if we talk about the ground reality of Rohingyas and Bangladeshis, the reality is much different.